Hello guys, a very warm welcome to Arihant Online Academy. Here it is part 13 of UGC NET December 2019's Computer Science Paper 2 solutions, and the links for first 12 parts are given in the description section. So you can attempt the first 60 questions with detailed solutions there. And let's start with the question number 61. So basically 61 to 65 5 questions are in a slot which was asked on the functional dependency concepts, right? So let's see that the question is, an organization needs to maintain database having 5 attributes, A, B, C, D and E. These attributes are functionally dependent on each other, for which functional dependency set F is given to us. And the functional dependency set is as follows. The functional dependencies: A derives BC, D derives E, B and C derives D, A derives D. Consider a universal relation R that is on A, B, C, D, E with functional dependency set F. Also, all attributes are simple and take atomic values only. Okay, all attributes are simple and take atomic values only. Now the question number 61 is, minimal cover F dash of functional dependency set F is. What is the minimal cover F dash of functional dependency set? So basically the rule of minimal cover is that the right side element of the functional dependency should be single valued. It should be single valued, but here you can say A is deriving BC, so on right side element it should be single valued. So option B is incorrect. Similarly, if I will see option C and option D, okay, so one rule is that on the right hand side it should be single valued. On that basis I have removed option B. Now let's start with the functional dependency. A derives BC, it means A is deriving B and further A is deriving C. Okay, so for minimal cover A derives BC, I had write down this one. Now D derives E, I can write it exactly like that D derives E. Okay, now B and C derives D. B and C derives D. So B and C derives D. I can write it like B and C derives D, because B and C both combinedly will derive D. And then A derives D. Then A derives D. Now need to remove the redundant elements, redundant derivation. So you can see here that A derives D is redundant. Why it is redundant? Because A is deriving B and A is deriving C, and on the basis of B and C they can derive D, so we need not write to A derive D here, because it is itself clear from these dependencies. So the minimal cover would be A derives B. Okay, A derives B, A derives B, A derives B, then A derives C, A derives C, A derives C, A derives C, then BC derives D, that is BC derive D. Okay, B derives D and C derives D. It is incorrect again. Why? Because B and C together will derive D, but here B is deriving D and C is deriving D. Incorrect statement. Okay, and A deriving D, it is a redundant, so redundant should not be included in the minimal cover, so C is also incorrect. So only D derives E. So option A is the correct answer. I hope guys the concept is clear to you. The next question is, assume that given table R is decomposed into two tables. Okay, given table R is decomposed into two relations R1 and R2, and R1 having elements A, B and C with functional dependency set F1 as A derives B and A derives C. Okay, so functional dependency set is A derives B and A derives C, and R2 is A derives D and D derives E. It is R2. It is R1. Okay guys, excuses for the disturbance. Okay, so R1 is A derives B, A derives C, and R2 is A derives D and D derives E. The question is, which of the following option is true with respect to the given decomposition? Dependency preservation property is followed. Option B, R1 and R2 both are in second normal form, that is 2NF. Option C, R2 is in 2NF and R3 is in 3NF. and option D, that is R1 is in 3NF and R2 is in 2NF. So basically R1 and R2 first one, they are part of one NF because all are single valued attribute. Then need to do 2NF. So R1 is in 2NF because no partial dependency is here, and R2 is also on 2NF because no partial dependency is here, because for a partial dependency any non-prime attribute should be part of proper subset of a candidate key. But here you can say R1 and R2, basically A is a super key because A can derive B, A can derive C, A can derive D, and with D we can derive E. So the closure of A is nothing but A, B, C, D, E. So A is my super key. So R1 is in 2NF and R2 is also in 2NF. Now let's go for 3NF. For 3NF, transitive dependency should not be there. Or suppose X tends to Y is there, then for 3NF left part, that is X should be your super key. So here A is super key. So R1 is 3NF. R1 is 3NF. It is clear. R1 is 3NF. And R2. R2 is not in 3NF because A derives D and D is deriving E. A is deriving D and D is deriving E. So dependence is there. So it is not following, and D is also not a super key. Na? You can directly say D is not a super key which is deriving E. So it is not follow this condition of 3NF. So R2 is only on 2NF. So the conclusion is that R1 is a part of 3NF and R2 is a part of 2NF. So guys, if you don't know the normal form, then in our DBMS section you can watch a video of normal forms. Okay, actually link is given to the description section. By watching that video you will get clear with the normal forms of these dependencies, and then you can get the concept, right? So here option D is the correct answer because R1 is in 3NF and R2 is in 2NF. Question number 63. Identify the redundant functional dependency in F. Redundant. So you know A derives D is a redundant here because with A derives B and C, B and C they itself can derive D. So no need to write A derives D. So A derives D is a redundant. Option C is correct answer. Question number 64. Identify primary key of table R with functional dependency set F. So primary key is a key which uniquely can determine all other elements or all other elements of a relation. So you can say that A closure is nothing but A, B, C, and BC can derive D, okay, and D can derive E. So A closure of A is A, B, C, D, E. Closure of B is B can only derive B and nothing else. C closure of C is only C because C is only can derive itself. Closure of D is nothing but D itself, and it can also derive E. So closure of D is D and E. And closure of E is only E because E can only derive E. So only A is the key which can derive all the other elements uniquely. So it is a primary key. So C, answer C is the right answer. And the next one is identify the normal form in which relation R belong to. So this relation R belongs to which normal form? So basically you can directly say that it is a 1NF because it is following all the properties of RDMS. Now need to go for 2NF. So is there any partial dependency? So for partial dependency, any normal for a partial dependency in a relation, non-prime attribute should be part of any candidate key. It should depend on any candidate key, but D is not a candidate key, okay, and BC is also not a candidate key. A is candidate key but it is a super key. So 2NF, no partial dependency is there, that is why it is in 2NF. And if we go for 3NF, means transitive dependency should not be there, but you can see that A is deriving BC and BC is deriving D. So on that basis we are concluding that A is deriving D. The conclusion A deriving D is comes on the basis of these two dependencies, that is A deriving BC and BC deriving D. So transitive dependency is there, transitivity is there. So if transitive dependency is there, then it is not a 3NF. So you can only say that it is a 2NF. So relation R is a not 2NF. So guys, here we have discussed the 5 more questions of UGC NET December 2019, and first 60 questions we have solved in our first 12 parts, 5 questions each. Links are mentioned in the description section. Do watch them. Do subscribe our YouTube channel for next part as well, and if you have any kind of doubts or query in any part of the solution, do comment us. I will try to solve your all queries as early as possible. Have a very nice day guys. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.